Hi, it's time for my very last book haul of the year. Also, I've tried out every single spot in my room to try filming without my glasses having glare on it, and it's impossible. I'm actually filming this video quite early because I'll be in the US during Christmas time and I can't quite bring all these books with me. I want to start with this one, and it is You Do You by Sarah Knight. Really beautiful edition. She's the author of The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving a Fuck and Get Your Shit Together. I actually haven't read any of her previous books or any books like it, but I was very curious and I was kind of in the mood for this. The subtitle was How to Be Who You Are and Use What You've Got to Get What You Want. And this one was sent to me for review by Quirkus. I'm very intrigued, and I think there's actually, besides there being humor in there, there's actually like actual helpful tips in there as well. Next up, a very wintry read. It's actually really bright today and really nice, but I bet when I go outside it's gonna be like 1 degree. This is The Ice Palace. It's coming out next year, but I got an early copy from work. But he is one of the like most famous Norwegian authors. It says he died in the small village where he had been born in the isolated mountainous district of southern Norway. He wrote 25 novels. He was nominated 30 times for the Nobel Prize, and it's about this place called the Ice Palace, which is a structure of translucent walls. One kid goes to explore it and doesn't come back. As an added perk, it has a gorgeous cover. Then there is a book that I bought at Waterstones just because so many like BookTube friends have recommended it. I don't actually know that much about it, so this is very much a recommendation buy. And it's The Tidal Zone by Sarah Moss. And it is one of those books when I read the description of this, it's something that I probably wouldn't have picked up myself, but have purely gone off recommendations. It's about a guy called Adam who receives a call that his daughter has collapsed in school and her heart has stopped. And then there is just quote upon quote of like recommendation in here. Then I have 3 young adult proofs all coming out next year. Let's do them in the order that they come out in. First of all, there is I Am Thunder by Muhammad Khan, which is coming out on my birthday, January 25th. It says, some call me a terrorist, some call me a hero. My name is Muzna Salim. I'm 16 years old and I screwed up badly. All of these came with letters from the authors, by the way. Whether it was in a press release or in the front of the book like this one, this author says that they have lost a family member to religious extremism. And so when in 2015 there were the 3 British schoolgirls who flew to Syria, that was something that hit him pretty hard, and that's when he started writing this. The next one is out in March 2018 and it is Orphan Monster Spy. As you might know, I don't usually read a lot of books set during the World War. I do really like watching films that are set in that period, but books for some reason are just not really my thing when it comes to that era. But this is set in Germany in the 1930s, and it's about a Jewish girl called Sarah who has to go undercover, helped by a British handler, into the Bund Deutsche Mädel and win a place at a prestigious German school. So it kind of reminded me a little bit of The Big Lie, which is one of my favorite young adult books, so I figured I would give this one a go as well. And finally, this one is out on April 5th. It doesn't have the title here. It is I Stop Somewhere by T.E. Carter. This was sent to me by Simon & Schuster. And so like some of the words on here are like painful, gripping, shocking, hopeful. I think it's supposed to be a little bit like The Lovely Bones, which wasn't my favorite book, but it kind of blends that theme with a lot of other like young adult books and young adult series that we've seen recently dealing with sexual assault and rape. Interestingly, it starts with a quote by Walt Whitman from Song of Myself. No, it actually makes sense because the main character is dead. Okay, that works out. And then finally, as a lovely Christmas present from Bloomsbury, I was sent 2 gorgeous books that when I got them in the mail and I had to carry them from work to home, I was like, these are incredibly heavy. They weigh a ton. So first of all, there is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, the beautiful illustrated edition, illustrated by Jim Kay. I'm a massive Harry Potter fan, as you know, and I actually didn't own any of these yet. They smell really good. So it's basically just the 3rd Harry Potter book, but with gorgeous illustrations. Oh, I love this. Look at that. Oh, the Marauders map. Yeah. Oh, this is gorgeous as well. This is terrifying but gorgeous. And papers have Dementors on them. Basically, gorgeous, gorgeous book. I need to do a Harry Potter reread. It has been such a long time. And then they also kindly sent along Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, but this is an illustrated edition. So there's actually kind of a funny story where when these little like school books first came out, they did do a Dutch translation, but Fantastic Beasts sold out like instantly, and I spent years of my life trying to track down the Dutch version of Fantastic Beasts, and then in the end they just reprinted them and now they're just readily available. But obviously since that book was like this little booklet that was written for charity, it's like, it's fun to go through, but because it's a list of all the animals with like little doodles next to it, this is definitely a way more interesting version. So this is like similar to the illustrated Harry Potter books, except that this has all the different creatures with the description next to it. So yeah, I think this one definitely adds like a ton of value, and it's really nice. I think that's everything. Sometimes I'll lose a book or two in my room and then I forget to include it, but I think that's it for December. Thanks so much for watching this video. Links will be in the description as always. I love making videos at the end of the year and like wrapping everything up. And that's it for me. Doei!